Linda Gale Ecclestone was born on March 31st, 1946. She passed away peacefully, surrounded by family on April 9th, 2021. She was born in Compton, California, to Arthur Ecclestone Jr. and Joyce Cox Ecclestone. On February 10th, 1974, she married Johnny Bruce Corbin in Anaheim, California. They raised their children, Brian, Susan, and Lorie, in Santa Ana, California until 1990. They moved with the two girls to Chico, California in 1991 after an 11th-month pit stop in Orland. Linda and Johnny moved to Redmond, Oregon in 1998. Linda worked for East Cascade Women's Group as their insurance biller until she retired. She spent her years in Oregon active with the VFW Auxiliary, Central Oregon Submarine Veterans, Zion Lutheran Church, and whichever activities her grandchildren happen to be involved in. Linda is survived by her husband of 47 years, Johnny Corbin of Redmond, Oregon, her son Brian Corbin of Lake Oswego, Oregon, her daughters Susan Corbin of Harquahala Valley, Arizona, and Lorie Corbin of Redmond, Oregon, her 5 grandchildren, Gregory Brewer, Tyler Zampelli, Bryson Corbin, Lillian Zampelli, and Baylor Corbin, and her brothers, John Ecclestone of Alabama and Bruce Ecclestone of Salem, Oregon. For those of you who don't know me, I am Linda and Johnny's youngest daughter, Lorie. I've been helping Dad care for Mom since she became ill about 2.5 years ago and was with her in her final hours. That's what I call the Cliff Notes version of my mother's life. For those of you who don't know what Cliff Notes are, they are the cheater notes for novels and plays. I had them for Shakespeare plays I read in high school and Crime and Punishment, the most difficult novel I have ever read. Needless to say, you don't always get all the information you want or need from Cliff Notes. I say the same thing about Mom. You look at the highlights of her life and you find out she was a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. What my Cliff Notes don't tell you is that she was so much more. She was a surf bunny, which a lot of people don't know. She spent many a day haunting Newport Beach in California, catching waves with her friends. She was a band slave for my sister and I, chaperoning band reviews and never missing a concert. She was a football booster, volleyball, baseball, and softball mom, attending as many of our games and meets as she could. With me, she was also a mock trial chaperone and a bit of an assistant coach as well when we were in the midst of our competitions. Then there was what she was to the rest of you: a friend, a coworker, fellow member, adopted mom, adopted grandma, nanny, cousin, aunt, auntie, and to my acquired cousin Doug Fisher, his auntie. Her free time was spent not just with my dad, though she loved all the trips they took together over their 47 years and learned to tolerate and tune out all the racing stories and Navy stories and the political debates. She loved doing things with and watching the activities of all the grandkids. Gregory Michael, she was there the moment you entered this world and loved the tiny you from the moment you took your first breath. She took great pride in all of your scouting accomplishments and is so proud of the man you've become. Tyler Leo, of all the grandsons, you got to hang out with your grandma the most. She loved watching you play baseball from t-ball all the way to high school. She knew and loved that you would do anything for her at any time. Bryson Brock, who couldn't be with us today, and Baylor Cole, Nani only recently got to watch her sports after you moved up here regularly. She had been watching you play football and Baylor play basketball. She loved it. Baylor, even though COVID-19 prevented her from watching you play football this spring in person, technology helped her cheer you on, and she never missed watching a game on the internet. Bryson was looking forward to watching him play at Southern Oregon University. My sweet Lillian Joyce, you are the only granddaughter, and you have definitely enjoyed that. She enjoyed having you around her even in her last days. I think she rarely missed a softball game or a swim meet until she got sick and physically couldn't be there. I remember the days when we first moved back in and I had to split my time between you and Tyler. She never failed to get you to a t-ball game. To all 5 of you, she loved you all so very much. She bragged about you all the time and was as proud of you as we, your parents, are. Mom was all about family, both immediate and extended. She loved Dad with all she had through 47 years of ups and downs. I know there were times when Dad tried her patience, and I had to referee a few arguments, but in the end, they were always there for each other when it mattered the most. She nursed him after neck and heart surgeries. He nursed her after her heart surgery, and for these last couple years, she was on dialysis. They truly had a love story for the ages. Mom helped organize family picnics in both Southern California and with the Pacific Northwest crew when we all moved up here. She and Dad taught me that nothing in the world is more important than family. Not just the immediate family, but the cousins, the nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles. But here's the rest of the secret she and Dad taught us. Family isn't just about being related by blood. It's being connected by love. We have such an extended family through love that I can't name them all. But the ones who immediately come to mind are some of the people you see seated with our family today, like Mike, who I know is over there in the corner hiding, the Geishan family, as well as the Wold family, my adopted sister Glenda, and my 2 foster brothers, Bobby and Esther, just to name a few. If we adopted you into our family and you called my mom something other than Linda, could you please stand up? All these people, we love them like they are our blood relatives, and sometimes more than our blood relatives. We have a running joke in our family. Once you're in, it's darn near impossible to get out. You guys can go ahead and be seated. Thank you. That kind of family love is my mom's legacy. At least it is to me. Out of all the things she may have taught you all individually, that is her biggest lesson and is the best thing you can take from the life she lived. That's what I will take from her, and I hope I have passed that down to my children, and they will pass that down to their children. I want to thank you all for coming and showing our family the outpouring of love and support that was so important to Linda. Mom, I will miss you terribly. Enjoy that eternal pinochle game. I know you will be telling God what he's doing wrong, and he will have his hands full with you. I love you, Mom. Thank you.